Hello, everyone. Welcome to Arise with Grace, the podcast that celebrates and empowers the stories of strong, resilient women of faith who have moved from surviving to thriving and from pain to promise. I am your host, Phoenix Grace. I've been through both literal and figurative fires in my life. In the midst of my wilderness season, God told me, "You have walked through fire and survived. Now you will rise from the ashes and thrive." So I did. Now I have made it my mission to help empower women to be who they were created to be and live life in full bloom: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. My guest today is Nye, not Bill Nye the Science Guy. I know her as Honey Nye Nye. She's a podcaster, holistic creative coach who helps women to unlock their unlimited creative potential to become a superhero in their field. So, welcome, Nye. I am so
Mm,
grateful to have you on the show. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's a blessing to be here.
Oh, it's a
Yes.
blessing to have you. So, Nye and I, that rhymes. Nye and
Nice.
I met her online on Facebook. I don't even know how we met. Maybe I don't know. We're in similar groups or something. I'm not sure. But I've been on her podcast a few times and in her Facebook group, and I'm just always grateful to be a part of those broadcasts. And now I get to have her on my show. I have a way of introducing y'all to her. So, welcome.
Mm-hmm.
What is um a creative holistic creative coach? What is that anyways?
Yes. I'm happy you asked. So, a holistic creative coach, that's someone who helps with enhancing creative performance, usually through what we call house sessions. And it just stands for holistic approach. So, you're bringing your whole self to be completely integrated in
Oh,
mind, body, and your spirit. So yeah, it's just everything. You're engaging your five senses. You are improving your memory. You're building connections and relationships to yourself and other people. It helps with your confidence. A lot of people say that it helps improve their confidence. Help just coming up with many creative ideas. So you can use this on or off the stage, whether you're a performer or a business professional, or if you're just a everyday working mom and you're just staying at home, you can just go ahead and book a hot session.
so good, so good. So,
Yeah,
what is your background? Like, what kind of training do you
yeah,
have? What How did you get into all
yeah.
this?
What happened was I had a coach when I was taking classes. I wanted to get back into doing acting as an outlet, and I was just thinking of doing acting and singing lessons. And we really had a good time. And then my coach, she moved away. Oh no. And she was just so awesome. Like really friendly, really nice. And I just couldn't find someone like her. So she she stopped teaching. So she wasn't even doing online coaching anymore either. So then I was like, okay, this is what I need. And I was just like, if I can't find someone to do this, as like a dare to myself, I was just like, okay, let me just take the step, right? Take the step of faith and just go out there and talk to people. And I remember having my very first client, and I told her, I sat down with her and I said, listen, I don't have any experience in doing coaching. I'm brand new to this. You are my very first client, and please don't have too high expectations for me." And she was like, "Nah, it's okay. Like, we're both gonna be learning. Let's just see what happens." And we had a 9 week program, and basically, hot sessions they're just built around people. So it's customized to the individual, and we had a really good time. We really connected, and that was the first time when I was like, I could actually do this, And I was just like, yeah, bringing your whole self, being fully present, and just connecting with other
Wow.
people and really engaging. So that's
That
how
is
I
so
started
good.
doing this, and I wasn't trained. Yeah, I do have like a background in performance, and that's
Okay.
probably my most training. I've done 20 years of singing, acting. I've been in off Broadway productions. I've done small TV stints and been in, yeah, right? I've done some work here
Wow.
and there.
I saw
So
you
that's when I
also have
started.
some
Yeah.
training too in nutrition or something. I saw on your
Yes, I went to, so that's like afterwards, like years later, I did go back and get certified in coaching. So now I am a certified health and life coach. And that was at the integrative at IIN, Institute of Integrative Nutrition. So basically, my main focus is this.
Okay, cool. So that's your background. Quite diverse. I love how you put it all together. And the the name of your podcast, if you just want to let people know what the name of your podcast is as well.
Oh yeah, it is Coffee Sips Tea.
Oh, okay, Coffee Sips Tea is the name of the podcast. That's great. So what I will do right now is um I will say the name of the event. The event is the SoulCare Abundance Ha, so holistic approach, guided prayer and journaling. It's a free 10-week event for women where we go from overwhelm in our daily lives to accepting the overflow of God's abundance. So, run on Sundays with a chance for an encore on Thursdays. And the dates are from Sunday, June 25th until August 31st, 2023. And the time is um, so so 6 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time are when it runs. And I'll just say that I had the pleasure of being there for the very first session this evening, and I found it just very wow. I could feel the rest, just the energy, the everyone was really engaged in the session, and Nye just really had a good way about her. I say that she has this honey, silky toned voice that is just really smooth. And I'll say, Nye, like you have a very nurturing heart. You bring out the best in people. You see the gold in them and you bring it out, and it's just really beautiful. So it was a very engaged group. We we had a she had a short teaching and then gave us the homework, and then there was a co-host, a guest speaker, a co-host that that was there, and it was the interaction was just great. So I'm looking forward to going every week. And July 23rd, I get an opportunity to be the co-host. So I'm going every week to just for my own personal benefit, but also to kind of see see what it is before I do my co-host session. So that's really good. So I will get you to lead the exercise, a taste and see experiential sample of what it's like to work with Nye and to be facilitated into transformation. So I will give the floor to you.
Hi. So I am doing the experiential taste and see for Miss Phoenix Grace. I hope all of you can see and hear me okay. And basically for this part of our interview, I'm just going to give you a little snippet of what it is that we have been doing in our SoulCare Abundance hot sessions. And hot sessions, again, it stands for a holistic approach to unlocking your unlimited creative potential to find your superpower in your field. And basically, whatever that means for you. So, as far as your creative self, just think back to a time when you felt your most creative, when you felt like there was nothing you couldn't do. And this does take a level of, tapping into that youth time that you had, or that time when you had a high sense of self-efficacy, or even think back to your most happiest memory. Maybe it was when your birthday was being celebrated, or maybe it was at your graduation. Maybe your happiest memory is when you got married. Or maybe it was when you had your firstborn or one of your children. Whatever it was, your happiest memory. And write that memory down. What were you wearing? What were people around you wearing, if you can remember that? What was the weather like? Was it a sunny day? Was it cloudy? Was it a bit rainy? Was it nighttime? Were there fireflies out? So maybe I remember we had fireflies in our backyard, and us as little ones would run around, and we had sparklers, and it was in the middle of summer, and it was around the 4th of July, and we all were just so full of life, and we're very impressed by the light bugs and the sparklers and the fireworks, and it was a really happy time. And I remember not exactly what we were wearing, but I just remember it was summertime and no one had to worry about school because school was let out. And that was probably the last moments before having to get older and going into another grade and maybe saying bye to some old friends and also meeting some new friends. So that is it for our activity, and I'll just let you just reflect on that a bit, and then we can just breathe in a little bit and then breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. I hope you feel better and you feel well rested and feel really relaxed. And I want you to think about how you can recreate that happiest memory of yours. What is it that you would need to do? Like for me, could I get sparklers again? Would I be able to spend time watching the fireworks? Or going to a fair and having cotton candy again and having funnel cakes and maybe playing at the theme park and winning prizes, maybe taking all my friends with me, maybe a whole group. That would be awesome if that memory could happen again. As a middle-aged adult woman, I'm not going to tell my age. But wouldn't that be fun if I could go to the beach and just enjoy myself and just have more of those happy moments to draw from. And this has been a taste and see hot session experience. I hope you enjoy this and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye. Yeah.
Hi, it's Phoenix. I'm just inviting all you wonderful women who want to live a vibrant life to my Facebook group called Supercharge Your Health